Good afternoon, everybody. Pigskin Pete here. Happy Saturday to everybody. Man, is there some great noon games today. I've been watching most of this Florida and Vanderbilt game, which is still a close game. It's only a 3-point game right now. There's still 8 minutes left in that. I was watching the Ohio State and Minnesota game for a little while. That game was good. I think Ohio State just kind of put the cap on that one, though. And then obviously, the game everybody's talking about, Auburn and Tennessee. Man, I'm so happy. I hope they how much time is left in that game? I hope they end up winning that game for Catfish's sake. Let's see who's in here real quick. Good afternoon, Hound Dog. He says, go Vols. Tiger Matt, good afternoon, sir. Mario Thomas, welcome to the stream, sir. Nick Chesnikov, what's up, man? How you doing? Nick Bro, he says, good afternoon, Pete. Good afternoon, sir, to you. Tiger Nation, my man. How you doing, sir? 81 Clemson Tiger 16, goes without saying. He's obviously a genius with that name. Uncle Luke, good afternoon, sir. Who else we got in here? SX Glover. I'm just going to start calling you Glover from now on, sir, because SX is hard to say, especially for an idiot like me. So Glover, good afternoon, sir. Ryan Stanfield in the house. Ryan Stanfield, Grayson must be taking a nap, sir. You're on break, aren't you? And he says, good afternoon. Y'all be sure to hit that like button and subscribe, and be sure to wash, rinse, and repeat. I saw what you did there, sir. I saw what you did with the Peete. 23-4. Oh, I thought Ohio State just got another touchdown. They're still only up 23-14. All right, that game's still open. Mark Dudley, good afternoon, sir. Brandon Rogers, welcome to the stream, sir. My favorite troll, Catholic Church is right. You know what? Catholic Church is right. I kind of wish, and you're not going to do it, I kind of wish you would change your name. Because I wish, or at least that I could come up with some sort of short version. Because anything short sounds stupid, right? If I just call you Catholic, that just sounds stupid. If I call you Church is right, that sounds stupid. So somebody give me some sort of nickname for this guy. Either that or change your name. Because saying your full name every time I'm addressing you is getting annoying for me. Anyway. Leon Hurricanes, good afternoon, sir. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, so I guess that's everybody right now. There's going to be some upsets today, no doubt. I think the first one we will see will definitely be the Tennessee one. And, man, I have the wheels falling off in Auburn. Oof. There's going to be a lot of people calling for Gus Malzahn to be fired. Not going to happen, though. I mean, they can't afford it. Unless there's a billionaire somewhere in Alabama who's willing to just, donate the buyout money, it's not happening. But this is what look at all the coaches this year in the offseason that got extensions and raises for being average, and they're all tanking. Gus Malzahn, Paul Johnson, number 2, and of course, everybody's favorite boom chicken coach, Will Muschamp. So that's why I'm always Prince 6'1". How you doing, sir? Good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. That's why I'm always a big fan of letting these coaches, unless they're taking you to the playoffs or winning your conference or division every year, actually proving that they're worth keeping around. Let them get into the last year of their contract before you start offering them a bunch of money, because it seems like every time they offer these guys money prematurely, they start falling apart because they've got their cash. The motivation isn't there anymore. But that's just the opinion of an idiot with a YouTube channel. No one listens to me, although they should. By the way, Auburn's front office, South Carolina's front office, Georgia Tech's front office even. If you're listening to the Pigskin Pete or watching this on replay, email me. I'd be glad to help you out for a small fee of $1 million. It'd be cheaper than your buyouts. Auburn is better than Clemson. Yeah, so that's why Clemson is 4-1 against them the last 5 times we played them this decade, because they're better than us. How about them balls? Yeah, hey, Miss Hound Dog, I'm happy for you, sir. I'm very happy for you. I'm not gonna lie. And to have that win come against Auburn just makes it that much sweeter, doesn't it? Time for beer, guys. Cheers. Here, and look at that. It's even got a fish on it for catfish. Cheers. Here's to the Volunteers. And I'm sure any Tennessee fan will drink to that. Their first SEC win, 2.5 years? Or 1.5 years? I don't know. I can't do math very well. David, just like I wrote in the title there, live play-by-play and reaction. Can't show the game, copyright laws. They'll take my YouTube channel down in a heartbeat. So no, the answer is no. You will not be seeing the game. I will call the game. Since Obama was president. What's up, Phil Swift's grandfather? How you doing, sir? Zach. Good afternoon to you, sir, as well. So, is there something in the water today? We saw Dan Mullet almost get in a fight with Derek Mason, which, by the way, first of all, I want to say this. I love Derek. Derek Mason is probably one of my top 3, definitely top 5 favorite coaches in all of America. He doesn't put up with any bull crap. He'll call you out in a heartbeat, right, if you're another coach. And I actually think that he will actually do what he says he will do and beat the crap out of you if you want to meet him outside afterwards. He's not just talking a big game. Dan Mullet acted like he had to be held back. You know, like whenever your boy's drunk and he gets in a fight with some guy who can kick his ass, and all of a sudden he's like, don't hold me back, when clearly no one's even holding him back. That was Dan Mullet on the sideline. He's like, don't hold me back. Yeah, you better be held back. Derek Mason would knock him out in 2 seconds flat. I have no doubt about that. What is he? Was he drunk? And then you had the Georgia Tech players and the Duke players throwing blows. And the one moron, I forget which team it was from now. I think it might have been a Georgia Tech one. It's always the guy who takes his helmet off and then starts punching guys with helmets on. I mean, what is that? Yes, Mason would have bodied him. Mason would have beat the crap. There was a press conference after a game earlier this year. It was Vanderbilt and somebody else. Now I can't remember. It was like week 1 or week 2, who they were playing. And Derek Mason was just like straight up. The other coach was complaining or talking crap about him. And he's like, look, if he wants to handle it like a grown man and go outside, we can do that. But other than that, I'm done talking about it. Like, basically, I'll just whip this dude's ass if that's what he really wants, if he don't want to shut his mouth. That's why I love Derek Mason. He don't play. What's up, Jazzy TV? Good afternoon, sir. Welcome to the stream. I'm sure if you're here, you're amazing and fantastic. Otherwise, you would not be here. So I'm really looking forward to this Georgia game. I had some people commenting me on some of my other videos, saying, why don't you do you hate Michigan, that's why you're not doing the Michigan game. You hate the Big Ten, that's why you're not doing the game day game. No, it has nothing to do with it. It really doesn't. What it really has to do with is that I think that Georgia and LSU is going to be a better game. That's all. And I picked the game that I think is going to be the best. So it is what it is. I did do. I've already done a Michigan game, haven't I? Didn't I do that week 1? Didn't I do Notre Dame and Michigan as my first game? I've done 2 Georgia games now. Well, this will be my second Georgia game because I did the Georgia and Missouri game. This will be my third LSU game because LSU's had some of the biggest games so far, right? So they had Auburn that one week. Miami. No, that was the one I did week 1, not the Michigan game. I did the Miami. Hell, I can't even remember. Does anybody remember which one I did? I know I did at least 2 LSU games though. I did do the Auburn one, and then I guess I'm doing the one today. So, is the video freezing for anybody else? It says on my side everything's kosher, so I don't know. It better not be. What's up, Bulldog? Good afternoon, sir. I haven't seen you on here in a while, I don't think. Pitt's leading Notre Dame 7-0. Yeah, this is one of the every single week in college football there's one of those weeks where there's just a bunch of upsets, and it looks like we might get some of that today. What's up, Jamie McCaslin? How you doing, sir? Speaking of upsets, Jamie McCaslin, you better hope your team's not one of them, sir, because that's another one. I would say that Miami should be on upset alert. The game's in Virginia. Obviously, Miami's coming off a very emotional win, very close game, a comeback win against Florida State. And they had to travel to Virginia. And Virginia, this might be the best Virginia team that we've seen in years. So, yeah, I'd definitely be on upset alert. Miami should win the game if they don't get caught slipping. But, it is what it is. So, Florida's now 10-point lead on here. Bulldog, he says he's scared LSU could upset us. It would be an upset. You're right. I'm still sticking with my pick with Georgia. I think that this game will actually be pretty close. For the main reason I think it'll be close is because it's in LSU. I think what you're going to see is Georgia pull away somewhere, or not pull away, but take the lead and hold the lead. When I say pull away, I mean by a touchdown or 10 points or something like that. Somewhere, in the fourth quarter, even if it's late in the fourth quarter. So I think it will be close. Georgia, I think, is just a little bit deeper than LSU is right now. And the same thing we saw with Florida today. Florida, after these big emotional games, right? Florida and LSU last game was a close game. It was an emotional game for both teams. The week after that, you'll see the team come out and come out to a slow start in the game. So there's a good chance that LSU could be a little bit flat in the first half. They got to watch out for that. The one thing that could end this thing quickly is if Georgia somehow comes out to a 2-touchdown lead. LSU's not built to come from behind. They don't have very much offense. So we'll see. But I'm looking forward to it either way. I hope it's a good game. Obviously, I don't really care who wins. But I hope it's a good game. Mark Dudley says, yeah, you did, Pete. I did what? I did the Miami game. No, I did the Notre Dame game, right? I did that game, didn't I? Michigan and Notre Dame? I can't even remember. Hell, that was only, 6 weeks ago? I can't even remember. I'm going to try to be humble until we win, says Bulldog. Nah, man, don't do that. No reason to be humble, sir. Oh, hey, look who's here. What's up, buddy? Here's Pete Jr. What is this, sir? It's a box. Yeah. What's in it? Oh, look what's in it. What's that?
It was a cupcake.
Pete Jr. brought me some bread. Thank you. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Will you put that in the fridge or something? I'm not going to eat it right now.
That should have cheese dip in it.
Yeah, it does. Anyway, sorry about that. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, don't be humble. Don't be humble, Bulldog. Talk all the crap that you want to talk. Sometimes being humble doesn't get you anywhere. So the artist formerly known as Drake Luke. Oh, that's who I was talking to. Your game's on, isn't it, sir? Came on it like an hour ago. Who's winning that game? Or it's about to come on. Jazzy TV said, "What a nice kiddo." He secretly said, "Go Aggies." Did you hear him say that, Pete? No, he definitely did not say that. No. If he did, he would be grounded. I'd take away all of his PJ Masks toys. Yeah, that wouldn't happen. A the artist formerly known as Drake Luke. Wrong on purpose. I'm picking Oregon to beat the Huskies today. I think I'm one of the only people that I saw in in America, at least as far as social media goes, that thinks that Oregon's going to win that game. Don't let me down, sir. And I'm a big believer in Justin Herbert too. He's one of my favorite players in college football this year. Now that's more like it, Bulldog. Now he's talking some crap. LSU is an overrated team because they can't beat Florida. While he's at it, UGA will blow out Florida and LSU. Now that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Mrs. Pete's going to sit in here and be quiet and critique me. I do think LSU is a little bit overrated. I mean, if you look at their best wins, I still think the Miami win's a good win. But since Miami made the quarterback change, they're a 10 times better looking team. We considered that Auburn win to be a great win. Well, it turns out Auburn's really not good. And then so they played Florida and they lost. So I don't know. The only real advantage today for LSU is the fact that it's in LSU. Yeah, what's up, Pack fan? How you doing, sir? He says Minnesota played Ohio State close. Minnesota ran all over Ohio State for the first entire half, and then, that's the difference between some of these mid-level teams and then the great teams. The great teams just have too much depth. They can't hang for 4 quarters. Did you see the Minnesota? They have that. I don't know why I think this is so funny, but it's funny to me. They have the oar on the helmet because of the PJ Flex rowing the boat thing. He really took that row the boat thing to a whole nother level. I mean, are we still really? Is this guy still trolling about Travis Etienne, sir? You're just making yourself look dumber every minute. You don't like the helmet? Yeah, I don't know what this guy's talking about. All right, hold on. Hey, Mrs. Pete, can you do me a favor? Or I'll do it if you can't do it. Can you turn the air conditioner on? It's like really hot. What channel is the George game on? CBS, right? Okay. I'm gonna take a 3 minute or 4 minute intermission here before the game starts. I'm gonna go ahead and get my bathroom break out of the way. I'll be back in like 3 or 4 minutes. Hang tight. All right. So it looks like Duke's beating Georgia Tech, or going to beat Georgia Tech. There's a minute and 20 seconds left. 28-14. So what'll Duke only has what, 2 games? Be 2 and 5 after today. And as soon as this game is over, I guess the game we're all looking for will come on here. There's not a chance in hell that I'm making you a moderator, sir. Are you kidding me? Yeah, Pittsburgh leading Notre Dame 7-0. There's a bunch. The majority of the good games today are on at 3:30. Unfortunately, and obviously I'll only be watching one of them because I'm going to be calling it. But it's Texas A&M and South Carolina, right? Who else? What time does Miami play? Does Miami play tonight or this afternoon? What's up, T-Mac Rock? How you doing, sir? Good afternoon. Yeah, for everybody who's asking to be a moderator, I've got a list of names of some people that I will eventually make moderators. The problem is I just don't need any more right now, and that's the only reason I haven't made some other people moderators. But I keep track. I know who's here all the time. I know who's commenting. So. A Pack fan says he's probably the only one who's not watching the Georgia and LSU game. What are you going to be watching? The Purdue game, I'm assuming? Yeah, I have enough mods. I think I have I don't even know how many I have. 10 or 12, which is more than enough for right now. Do you think my Aggies will go to South Carolina and beat them? Yes, I do. Mrs. Peete even said yes before I even got done reading it. Yeah, I think South Carolina has never beat Texas A&M since Texas A&M joined the SEC. I don't see that streak ending today. And I think Jake Bentley is going to be starting today, which definitely means that South Carolina is not winning. All right, so let me get some score predictions from you guys. I mean, I can already see the ones coming from the Georgia fans. And Georgia fans, you're welcome to post your score predictions as well. But everybody else, go ahead and start posting some score predictions for this LSU and Georgia game. And then after I read some of yours, I'll give you my final prediction. All right, so we got 40-31 Georgia, 42-30 Georgia, 33-16. Glover, I guess you're picking Georgia. 28-24 Georgia, 33-16 Georgia, 31-27 Georgia. So far, we've got all Georgia. Bulldog says 34-23 Georgia. 31-24 Georgia. So these are all pretty similar. You've got most of them are all Georgia scoring somewhere in the 30s, and then LSU scoring somewhere in the 20s. It's very close to probably what I would say. I was going to say 33-24 Georgia. So what would that be? A 9-point win. Yeah, there's a very good chance it could be low scoring. The question is, will we see? Well, we probably will see at some point anyway. Justin Fields play. How much will we see him play? And then, regardless of whether or not he plays, will you see Jake Fromm throwing the ball down the field? That's what he's not been doing. He did do it last week, some, but not much all year. Sergeant, good afternoon. Sergeant AR10 says, low-scoring game. My Bulldogs sleepwalk in the first half. All right, well, Bulldog, check back in with us, sir. Check back in with us. I mean, of course, the one guy who's picking LSU, we all know who he is. He says LSU 17-14. Come on, sir. Brent Landry, here's a LSU fan. I think I ran pretty much all the LSU fans off already. So it's good to see there's at least one of you in here. Brent, what's your score prediction? College football maniac. Hey, keep me updated on the South Carolina score, please, sir, and welcome. The LSU team versus the Miami or the LSU team that lost to Florida, which team will we see? That will be the game decider. Good point. Yeah, I don't even think this guy's an actual Alabama fan. He claims to be one. I don't think he is one. I think he's either a Gamecock fan. I'm trying to think of the people who get the most pissed at what I post, and that would be definitely South Carolina fans, also Michigan fans. I think he might be one of those two, and he's saying he's an Alabama fan. I'm thinking he's probably a South Carolina fan. It's official. Tennessee wins. Congratulations. I would like to see Notre Dame lose. That would be funny. So it's 3:35. I don't know why they haven't started this game yet. Looks like I guess kickoff probably closer to 3:40. 30-24 Tennessee over Auburn. Ooh. Official Kelby, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream, sure. I'm sure if you're here, you're amazing and fantastic. Otherwise, you would not be here. He says, would you be able to put the sound on during the game? I mean, I'm sure I could, but the only way you'd be able to hear it is if I turned it up really loud, and I'm not going to do that. So, sorry. But if you stick around, I'm going to be calling the game, sir. So you'll know everything that's going on. If you're not able to get to a TV, I'm doing it in real time, with the exception of maybe a 10 or 15 second delay that YouTube has. He's actually a Gamecock. He claims to be OSU, then Bama, then Notre Dame, then Bama. Truth be told, he's just too ashamed of the Gamecocks to admit it. Yeah, that's what I think too. Uh-oh. Tiger Nation's had enough. Billy Dawson and some of these other guys who normally post the scores from these other games. I really the games I'm most worried or concerned with knowing the scores of, since I can't flip around while I'm doing this, is Oregon and Washington, South Carolina and Texas A&M, Notre Dame and Pitt. There's got to be another one that I'm not thinking of. Yes, please and thank you for doing that. I'd appreciate it. You can you can unhide him. He doesn't really bother me that much. I didn't read what he said that you timed him out for, but what's up, NASA CGI Snakes? Coming through with the smash the like button. By the way, yeah, everybody do that. If you're new here, or even if you're not new here, please hit the like button and share it. That helps the YouTube algorithm, gets more people to come watch. And it's free to hit the like button too, so don't be stingy. Ace Outlaw, he says, "What up, Pete? How you doing, sir? Are you nervous?" Ace Outlaw, I know you're a Miami fan. Are you nervous? Oh, I got you, Billy. Okay. Yeah. No, I trust you guys at doing the right thing. I appreciate that. Score prediction for the Canes game. All right, so my score prediction for Miami and Virginia, you're not going to like my answer because I think it's going to be really close, like a touchdown. I'm going to say 27-24, Miami. And Miami is a twice as better team as Virginia, but I still think that Virginia is going to hang in there with them till the end. Clemson Carson, just stand by, sir, on that. I see what you're asking me. All right, here we go. Game starting. I was too busy reading the comments. I think okay, so it looks like LSU's got the ball first. And it looks like it was, a touchback? Here we go. From the 25-yard line, 1st and 10, LSU. Burrow hands the ball off, and he gets about 2 yards, maybe 1 or 2 yards. Let's see where they spot it. So it's going to be about 2nd and 8. Also, for everybody who's used to this, who shows up for these every week, I need a reminder for the score and the quarter. Otherwise, I will forget. So thank you for that, too. All right, here we go. 2nd and 8. Empty backfield for Burrow. And he completes it for a short gain, maybe about 2 yards. And so it's going to be about 3rd and 7 or 3rd and 6, depending on where they spot it. Who are you pulling for, LSU or Georgia? If you're asking me, I'm not pulling for either one. I really don't have a preference. So I'm about as objective as you can get as far as that goes. All right, here we go. 3rd and 6 is what they're calling it. From the 29-yard line. Burrow back to pass. He's flushed out of the pocket, and he is sacked. What is that, the 3rd sack the whole year for Georgia? So it'll be 4th down, and LSU will punt. Nadav L. Good afternoon. Clemson, Texas A&M, right? I don't know what your question is. There. That game's over. It's been over for a long time, and Clemson did win that game, just in case you were wondering. All right, so the punt is up and fair caught at about the 27 or 28 yard line. So Georgia will get their first offensive possession of the game. You can't find a live video for Texas A&M versus South Carolina. Well, that's most likely because there's no South Carolina fans to make a video like I'm making here. All right, here we go. 1st and 10, Georgia. From the 28. From hands the ball off, and he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Who was that? Holyfield? For no gain, so it's going to be 2nd and 10. You're welcome, Matt Miller. I appreciate that. Most people get on here and are angry that I'm not showing the game, and at least you're thanking me for doing this. Appreciate it. All right, here we go. 2nd and 10. From drops back to pass, throws it over the middle deep, and it's caught right short of the 50-yard line, right around the 48 or the 49-yard line for a first down, Georgia. Somebody's posting in here that was offsides. No, there's no flag. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. From back to pass over the middle, caught and then dropped. They're going to say incomplete, so it'll be 2nd and 10. That's 2 throws over in a row over the middle, which we don't normally see Fromm do. So that's a good sign if you're a Georgia fan. The score is on the screen, sir. Adrenaline 5. It's on the screen. In the top left-hand corner. Second and 10. Play action. From throws to his left. Another drop pass. That's 2 consecutive drop passes by Georgia. We'll have 3rd and 10 coming up. We'll see what they can do here. Yeah, he should have caught that. Didn't matter. Even if he would have caught it, there was probably no gain coming out of that. But we'll see what they can convert here. 47% 3rd down conversion percentage for Georgia so far this year. That's not bad, actually. All right, here we go. Fromm drops back to pass. Throws it deep down the left sideline. And, barely. If he caught that, it was a touchdown. He just overthrew him a little bit. 4th down. So Georgia's going to have to punt. Yeah, so that's we've seen the last 3 plays. We saw 2 dropped passes and then an overthrown ball for a wide open. Who was that? Harmon? Yeah, he was. If that ball was on time, he was. That was a touchdown. So anyway, here we go. 4th and 10. Georgia to punt. The punt is up. And it's out of bounds. So LSU's going to take over right around the 20-yard line. And there's 11 minutes and 49 seconds left in the first quarter. And we're going to commercial here, so we'll see what you guys are talking about. Did I see the Florida and Vandy game? Yeah, I watched almost that entire game. And Vanderbilt gave them everything they could handle for 3.5 quarters, and then Florida took it over in the end. But the most exciting thing about that entire game was watching Dan Mullen acting like he was going to fight Derek Mason and get his butt whooped. We have a South Carolina fan in here saying he strongly dislikes Bentley. I would agree with you. Ari the Goat 23. How about that 63-yard field goal by Gano? I was so hyped. I was too. You can ask Mrs. Peete here. First of all, I was yelling and screaming after that fourth down play where they ran it on what was like 4th and 2. They had no timeouts left. They ran it, and he barely got the first down, but still, I didn't like that play call. And then I said that right then, the game's over. The game's over, because I didn't think there was any way that he was going to make that 63-yard field goal. And when he made it, I probably screamed like a girl. I'm sure I did, didn't I? She says yes. How you doing, SEC Football Tube? Skullfly, Antoine Weaver, Fruitless One. What rank are the Gators? The Gators were ranked what were they ranked, number 14? 19? Something like that. Somewhere in the teens. They were 14. Okay. Before the game started. Yeah. All right, here we go. So, see if LSU can try to get a first down this time. Their first offensive drive was not very good. So, from the 20-yard line, 1st and 10, Burrow does play action. He's got all day. He's flushed out of the pocket. He's running around to the right, throws it deep, and what was that? Almost intercepted, but it was out of bounds. So, 2nd and 10. So far, LSU's offense is not looking very good, but I know it's just it's really early still. All right, here we go. Burrow throws a screen pass out to the left, complete, and he picks up about 4 or 5 yards. So we'll have 3rd and 5 from the 25-yard line. And Burrow, pass to the right, complete, and he's going to get the first down. First down, LSU at the about the 31-yard line. They needed that. No one thinks you're dumb, sir. But when you say dumb things, then people are going to call you out on it. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Burrow throws deep to the right, and it's caught for a big gain for LSU. I couldn't see what yard line that was at. It looked like about a 30-yard pass, though. Let's see here. They are all the way down, looks like around the Georgia 20-yard line. So they'll be just, let's see where they spot it. Yeah, right on the 20 there. And Burrow hands it off, run up the middle for about 4 yards. So it's going to be 2nd down and, let's see, 5 from the 15-yard line. LSU in the red zone. Burrow back to pass. And it's batted down. It's going to be 3rd and 5. The fruitless one says LSU is going to win. All right, here we go. From the 15-yard line, 3rd and 5. Burrow drops back to pass. and incomplete. So my guess is you're going to see the field goal unit come on the field here. Maybe not. Yeah. Okay. Looked like Burrow looked like he was going to stay on the field there for a second, but. Who does Clemson play today? Nobody. They're on a bye week. So a 33-yard field goal attempt. The kick is up, and it is good. So LSU first on the board. 9 minutes and 32 seconds left in the first quarter. And we saw a little bit of life there from the LSU offense. Let me change the score real quick. While I'm at it, I need to Sorry, guys. I don't have any help. I don't have, unlike Josh and Sean from the Sports Sphere, I don't have anybody to help me do this stuff, so I have to do it on my own. So I'm not ignoring you. If Georgia wins, do you think they should be ranked number 1 next week? I mean, I don't know. Yeah, sure. I don't think the AP poll, I think it's completely meaningless. I mean, we have to see how Alabama looks today, too. From what I've seen this year, believe me, Alabama looks like the best team. So I wouldn't put anybody ahead of them unless they somehow have some, close game with Missouri or something. So, but to answer your question, I don't really care. If I was a Georgia fan, I wouldn't care either, because whether you're ranked number 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, it doesn't really matter. You've got to win the SEC to get in. The score is backwards. What? Are you serious? No, it's not. Sir. Peete finally gives Bama their props. When have I not given Alabama their props, sir? You have selective hearing, or bad hearing, or no hearing. I don't know which one it is. One of the 3. All right, here we go. 9 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Georgia's going to take over. 1st and 10, there's a touchback, so they're going to take over at their own 25-yard line. I don't have any problem with Alabama. This guy's delusional. Trust me. All he does is come on here, stream after stream after stream, and say that Clemson sucks and they're overrated and every player is overrated and Dabo Swinney sucks and I suck. And then when I say something nice about Alabama, he says, "Oh, you're finally giving their props." I haven't given another team in America more props than I've given Alabama. Yeah, he's not an Alabama fan. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Is that Holyfield to the right for a big gain and more? And that was about a 30-yard run. There's a flag. I'm guessing this is going to be a holding call. Big run there. Let's see if it comes back. Yep. So that'll come back. That'll negate about a 30-yard run there. Let's see how bad of a hold this was. Yeah, it was definitely a hold. I'm not sure that really would have made a difference in the play, though, but it is what it is. So here we go. They get backed up all the way to the 20-yard line or 15. Let's see where it is. 1st and 20. So they're going to be all the way back to the 15-yard line. 1st and 20, Georgia. And they give it to Swift. Swift up the middle, breaks a couple of tackles, and he picks up, I don't know, about 7. He's 2nd and 3, I think. Or, sorry, they were 1st and 20, weren't they? That yellow line, because it's LSU on the field, it looks a lot like that first down line, doesn't it? Anyway, so where are we at? 2nd and 8. Hands the ball off. Swift up the middle again for another big gain and more. He's out to the left. Oh, wow. What a hell of a run there by Swift. He was breaking tackles, then he just lowered his head and just mowed over about 2 LSU defenders there. He's looking, so far this game, he's looking good. So he gets down right around the 45-yard line. 1st and 10, Georgia. Another handoff, this time to Holyfield. Up the middle again and just barrels over. Big gain. Another first down by Georgia. They are just pounding the LSU defense. Joseph Summerlin. Good afternoon, sir. He says, woof, woof. Obviously a Georgia fan. Georgia's moving the ball down the field. Here we go, 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Handoff is to Holyfield, and he gets about a yard, maybe 2. So it'll be 2nd and 8, I think. Matt Miller, good afternoon. They are right around the 36-yard line, I think now. Georgia's on LSU's 36-yard line. All right, here we go. 2nd and 8 from the 36. Handoff is to Swift. Up the middle again. They must be seeing something there. There's some sort of weakness in LSU's defense in the middle because they're running up the middle every single time and picking up big chunks. I don't know if he got did he get a first down there? Are you watching, Mrs. Peete? Or are you supposed to be my ball spotter? She has no idea. She's looking at her Facebook probably. It's going to be close. If he didn't get it, he's like a foot short. The score, big bro, with an X. So I'm guessing he's an LSU fan. The screen is the score is on the screen in the top left-hand corner. So we have an LSU player hurt, so they went to commercial. You wish you could watch it. Yeah, well, I wish that we could watch it too, but we can't. Otherwise, I'll wake up tomorrow with no YouTube channel. So I'm sure some of you would like that, but I won't. This is a good time to let everybody know. I see I have 73 people in here right now. So most likely a lot of you are new in here. Please hit the like and subscribe button. I upload multiple meaningless and pointless college football videos every single week and do 2 live streams on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 4 p.m. as well as a live play-by-play and reaction video for one primetime college football game every single Saturday. Obviously, you see the one I'm doing right now. And we had a goal to get me to 1,000 subscribers by Monday. By my last estimation, today is Saturday. That's 2 days away. So if you're here watching and you're not subscribed, it would help me out a lot if you did. Thank you in advance. Love that year when y'all had Watson. It truly brought joy to my heart to see you beat them. He must be somebody. I'm getting you're either an Auburn fan, maybe an LSU fan. I don't know. Those are usually the only fans that like to see Alabama get beat. Thank you, Brent. Sorry, I can't read. Your name is Brent. Thank you, Brent. I appreciate that. This Catholic Church is right, guy. He's a glutton for punishment, isn't he? Tiger Nation is just all over it. All right, here we go. All right, 3rd and 1. So it was short. This is a big 3rd down for Georgia because I think they're, I guess they're in field goal range, but barely. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Fromm with the quarterback sneak, and I think he gets it easily. Yeah, he does. 1st down, Georgia. Alabama versus the Browns. Who y'all got? I can't even answer that. All right, here we go. There's 5 minutes and 40 seconds left in the first quarter. LSU leads 3-0. Georgia's moving the ball there about the 27-yard line, and he gives it to Holyfield. Holyfield fighting for yardage down the sideline. He's just short of the 1st down, I think. It'll be 2nd and short. Now, Holyfield and Swift are both running all over LSU at will so far. Yeah. Even the worst NFL team would destroy Alabama. Sorry. 2nd and 1. And Swift up the middle for, what was it, about? I saw the end of that. Sorry, I was reading the comments there. Anyway, 1st and 10. Georgia. So from the 15-yard line, Fromm hands the ball off to Swift. Up the middle again. This time he gets nothing. He might have lost a yard on that one. So it's going to be 2nd and 9 from right around the 14-yard line. Georgia's in the red zone. All right, here we go. Georgia really needs to, I think they really need to get a touchdown here. I mean, obviously a field goal would tie it, but I think they need to get a touchdown after the way they've been moving the ball. Here we go. From play action. I don't know what that was. He threw it away, I guess. Anyway, it's going to be 3rd and 9 now. All hail Malzahn. Joseph Summerlin says, what happened to y'all's player from Clemson, the running back? He died from a seizure, sir. Sadly. All right, here we go. 3rd and 9. From the 14-yard line. The big 3rd down for Georgia. I think they really need to get a touchdown here. From back to pass. And it is tipped incomplete. 4th and 9. It looks like Georgia is going to punt, and my phone is blowing up, obviously, if you guys can't tell. So let me turn that down. So it looks like We'll have Blankenship come out for a field goal attempt here to tie the game. Musty Kelpo, Saquon Barkley should have won the Heisman last year. I'm not going to disagree with that. What happened? The fake field goal goes nowhere, and LSU stops it. I was reading the comments. I missed that completely. So it looks like Georgia tried to fake the field goal, and LSU read it all day and took them down for a big loss there. So Georgia will take over on downs, and the score remains 3-0 LSU with only about 3 minutes and 28 seconds left in the first quarter. Huh? Do you want to take over? Apparently, I misspoke, and Mrs. Peete is letting me know about that. So what's the score? While it's the commercial here, somebody post some scores here. What's the A&M and South Carolina score? What's the Pittsburgh and Notre Dame score? Looks like it's 7-7 Purdue and Illinois. 7-3 Baylor over Texas. Oh wow. Oh, still 0-0. A&M and South Carolina. Hayden Kyle. Good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. I'm sure if you're here, you're amazing and fantastic. Otherwise, you would not be here. Obviously, I think that Hayden Kyle must be an LSU fan. With the LOLs. That's why I guessed that. 7-6 Pitt over Notre Dame. I thought Notre Dame was supposed to be the best team in the country. That's what Notre Dame fans are telling me. That's also what Colin Cowherd and Joel Klatt have been telling me for the past 2 weeks, is that Notre Dame's unstoppable. Of course, Pixie and Pete's been trying to tell you that they're going to catch a loss here. Whether it's against Pitt, Syracuse, Florida State, Northwestern, somebody, they're going to lose a game. And the fact that they're not in the conference will keep them out of the playoff. Yeah, I don't know. That was a dumb thing to do. I mean, it's easy to criticize the coach. My phone is blowing up. It's really distracting me right now. It's easy to criticize the coach if they convert it and get a touchdown out of that. Everyone says you're a hero, but if you don't, then you're an idiot. I don't think this in the first quarter is the time to do that when you're down 3-0. But anyway, 1st and 10 LSU. And they hand the ball off, and he gets taken down for a 3 or 4 yard loss there. So it'll be 2nd down LSU from around the 10-yard line. Sorry, I was watching that replay. All right, so from the 15-yard line, 2nd and 11 LSU. Joe Burrow back to pass. Complete over the middle for a 1st down. Gets about 11 yards there. Maybe 12. Maybe 1st and 10 LSU. Sorry, I'm getting caught up in these comments here. 2nd and 6. Right around 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Here we go from the 31-yard line. Burrow hands the ball off, And he is taken down immediately as he hits the line of scrimmage there for no gain. It's going to be 3rd and 5 or 3rd and 6, LSU. Hey, what's up, George? Good afternoon. How you doing, sir? Are you happy? You guys escaped one down there, or up there, in Vanderbilt. All right, here we go. 3rd and 4 from the 33-yard line. Burrow pass, and it's complete for a first down. That's 2 consecutive first downs for LSU. LSU is doing a lot of these short passes. We've only seen him throw one down the field so far. But they're picking up some first downs, which is all that matters, I guess. What's up, UCF Jaguar? How you doing, sir? Hey, who is UCF playing today? He says you're saying they're playing flat. Who they playing? All right, Burrow with the quarterback keeper. He picks up about 5 yards there. Uncle Luke, good afternoon. Oh, they're playing Memphis. That's right. I did see that. All right, here we go. 2nd and 6 from the 41. Burrow back to pass. Throws it to his right. It's complete. And we'll see where they spot that. Oh, it's going to be, it looks like just maybe 3rd and inches. But it will be short, so they're going to call it 3rd and 1. It's less than 1, though, I can tell you that. LSU's playing fast. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Hands the ball off through the middle, and he is gone. Nobody's going to catch him. Let's see if they can catch him. Oh, they do catch him, and he goes down at the 5-yard line. I thought he was gone. 1st and goal from the 5-yard line, LSU. I mean, wow. Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much, UCF Jaguar. I think they'll find a way to win. George says, I'm ahead of you. Yeah, there's a 15 to 20 second delay on YouTube. So, yeah. If you're watching it live on TV, you're going to see me react about 15 to 20 seconds later than it happens. You can do like some of these guys do on here that are very smart and intelligent and pause it for about 15 seconds, and then you can sync us up. Mrs. Pete's laughing at me. Hound Dog says it's only a 3-second delay for him. I don't know why. I guess everyone's different. So it looks like our buddy got tired of being timed out, so he went and made a new account called ETN as Average. Hey, Clemson Carson says we should get Mrs. Peete on the stream. She's shaking her head no. Delay is only 5 seconds. Yeah, it's different for everybody. I don't know. Usually when I watch other people who do the live play-by-plays, it's about a 10-second delay for me. I guess it depends on where you are, who your provider is, all that. Right now, LSU, and surprisingly enough, on offense is looking a lot better than Georgia's on offense. College Football Maniac says, Mrs. Peete, you can't handle the stream. Bruce Phillips, good afternoon, sir. Welcome to the stream. I'm sure if you're here, you're amazing and fantastic. He says, what's up, Pigskin Pete? How you doing? Tim Grissom. Don't worry, second half we kill. He must be a Georgia guy. Yeah, I'm not worried. I don't like the play call with the fake field goal. I'm sure you probably didn't like that very much either. I mean, I think you're probably better off if you're Georgia in that situation just going for it on fourth down. It was 4th and 5. I mean, don't even try to do a fake. Just go for it on fourth down. That's more likely you'll get the first down doing that than doing a fake field goal. Ichigo 1190 says hi. Hi. I tell you, the offense looked way better with what's that? How do you pronounce that guy's name? Scarnicchia? Am I saying that right? Scarnicchia. All right, here we go. 1st and goal, LSU. And they hand it off, and he's taken down for no gain. It'll be 2nd and goal. And by the way, thank you. Nobody reminded me, but I'm going to do it anyway. It's the start of the second quarter. So 2nd and goal. And there's a pitch. And he takes it down inside the 5 to about the 2. It'll be 3rd and goal from around the 2-yard line. Let me change the quarter here real quick. Let's see if LSU can get a touchdown here and come out to a big 10-0 lead against Georgia. That would be huge. All right, 2nd quarter. 3rd and goal. Hands it off up the middle, and he gets in for a touchdown. I think that's a touchdown, isn't it? I think so. He got in. Wait, they're calling it down. That looked like a touchdown to me. We'll see what they say here. Something tells me we're going to have a 15-minute review, because that's how every touchdown goes these days. Did he look like he got over to you? Yeah? Me too. We'll see. UCF Jaguar, I enjoy watching you on the Sports Fury Pick'em. Thank you, sir. Coming from somebody like you, that means a lot. Obviously, I have a tremendous amount of respect for what you do, and so to hear you say that, thank you. I don't know what else to say, but thank you. I really appreciate that. You're a good dude. Even as much as I give you crap. I only give people crap when I like them, sir. Except for Mrs. Peete. All right, LSU is challenging this. LSU is going to say that they got a touchdown there, and I think so too. Did you see the replay? Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a touchdown. You got hammered and drunk on the live stream last week. That was epic, sir. Believe me, don't worry about it. It was great. It was great TV or great internet or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I think he got in. The problem is they called it down on the field, though, didn't they? And there's really no video evidence to overturn that. They probably won't overturn this because there's really, you can't see the ball because of the mob of players all over him. And they won't overturn it if there's no, visual evidence. It does look like a touchdown to me, too. We'll see. Yeah, not very good camera angles. You're right. George, you can't ruin it for us. We're watching it live also. You're just seeing my reaction later. I'm seeing the same game you are at the same time. So you can type whatever you want in there. I don't see what you type till about 10 seconds after you type it anyway. All right, here we go. The call stands. Yeah. Just like I thought. Apple 2-1. The score is on the screen in the top left-hand corner. All right, it's 4th and goal. And LSU is going to go for it. And I don't blame them. I mean, they're down on the 1 foot line. Here we go. And they get it, touchdown. What are they doing? They're fighting here, or they're fighting over the ball, or they're fighting each other? I can't tell. Either way, it's a touchdown. Miranda Dansby, good afternoon. All right, so we got some chippiness going on here, which is not surprising at all. How do you let Joe Burrow get another quarterback sneak like that? Yeah. All right, I'll change the score now before I forget. All right. Jimmy the Giant Killer, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream, sir. He says, don't sweat it. Georgia's going to come back and spank his ass. Okay. West Virginia's on upset. Iowa alert. Ricky Green says, Baton Rouge turn up. Yeah. Hey, George, I'm trying to explain to you, sir. You're not ahead of everybody else. Don't worry about spoiling the game. We're watching the same game you're watching. Yeah, so somebody give me some scores real quick while we're at commercial here. What's the score of the South Carolina-Texas A&M game? What's the score of the Pitt game and Notre Dame game? What's the score of the Oregon and Washington game? I haven't heard anybody say anything about that. I mean, I could change the channel, but I don't really want to. Flip around here. Yeah. A&M's up 3-0. Brandy Hayes. Who does Clemson play and when? Clemson's on a bye week. They don't play until next weekend, and they'll play NC State next weekend. This is what happens when the Dogs face a real team, says the fruitless one. Yes, everybody hit that like button and hit the subscribe button too while you're at it. I'd appreciate it. Yeah, there's a potential for several upsets in the top 10 today. Obviously, if Notre Dame lost, that would be a huge. If Notre Dame loses, I think their season's over. That's my opinion. So they're playing for a playoff spot every single week. Obviously, if Georgia loses today, that's a huge blow to them. I mean, I don't think it means their season's over because they can still win the East with one loss, and then they'll have a chance to play their way into the playoff in the SEC title game. So this is not as big of a game for Georgia as it is for LSU. LSU, this is an elimination game for them. LSU has to win out. which would involve them beating both Auburn and Alabama, which probably isn't going to happen. But but whatever. You play week to week, and this week would keep them in it. Who else? Big game for both Oregon and Washington. It's an elimination game for either one of those teams if they have any hopes of making it into the postseason. All right, here we go. Pittsburgh is a seasoned destroyer, says Tiger Nation. They have done it. Well, they didn't destroy Clemson's season last year because Clemson still, or not 2 years ago, because Clemson lost to Pitt and still won the national title. So they didn't destroy that season. They didn't even really technically destroy Miami's season last year, even though they beat them, because Miami could have played their way into the playoff if they had beat Clemson in the ACC title game, but they didn't. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. From back to pass. And throws it out of bounds. It's going to be 2nd and 10. So far, what we've seen is LSU is able to move the ball running and throwing. And what we've really seen from Georgia is just a lot of running. If Georgia, this is a situation Georgia hasn't been in yet this year, is having to throw their way back into a game. And that's what's going to be interesting to see if they're down by a couple of scores at halftime. Will they make a quarterback change to Fields, somebody who can maybe move the ball down the field better? We'll see. Fromm throws it up, and he's taken down for no loss. It's going to be 3rd and 10. Fromm's arm just does not look strong to me. Am I wrong? Like I said, yeah, I don't have a dog or a tiger in the fight. I really could care less who wins this game. I mean, I'm as objective as you can get. Jake Fromm does not look like he's got a very strong arm to me. Somebody tell me I'm wrong, or tell me I'm right. Somebody tell me something. All right, here we go. 3rd and 9. Fromm drops back to pass. Another weak, wobbly throw to the sideline, incomplete. I mean, his passes just do not look good. They just don't look good. Even the short ones. Look at that. That was about an 8-yard pass, and it just looked wobbly and slow. Yeah, I agree. Tim, you're saying that your run is usually enough. Your run is usually enough, but you're gonna face teams where you get down like this, and your run's not going to be enough to win the game. You are right about that, but. All right, so they punt, and it is – so LSU's going to take over at their own 30. Georgia down 10-0. So here we go. Where's the my watch is becoming possessed. Yes, I know. So we're – If you're a Georgia fan, and I know I have several of you in here right now, do you want to see Justin Fields come in the second half and take over? Or no? Bulldog has completely switched his score prediction. He says LSU wins 37-13. Don't give up on your team yet, sir. Still the first half. All right, so what I'm seeing is we're starting to see a lot of Georgia fans say, yes, they want Fields. Yes, I want Fields. Yes, hell yes, we do. Yeah. All right, so let me ask you another question. Sergeant AR10 says, yes, we start slow. So let me ask you this way then. Since most of you seem to say that if you're down at the half, you want Fields to come in. Do you think that they will put Fields in to start the second half? That's another question. I don't think they will. I don't think that Kirby will put him in unless you get in some sort of dire situation and you're down by 3 touchdowns at the beginning of the fourth quarter. I can take care of that one. That one's done. And he can go out there and go ahead and make another account. Come back on here all he wants. Here we go. 1st and 10. LSU from the 30-yard line. Burrow, back to pass, throws it deep, wide open and complete. What? Yeah. Time to hit the panic button if you're a Georgia fan. What was that, a 60-yard play? So it's going to be 1st and 10, LSU from in the red zone again. I mean, after one play. I mean, you can't get more wide open than that. All right, here we go. 1st and 10, and he pitches it, and he's going to be taken down for, I don't know, a 2-yard gain there. We got the LSU fans cheering and the Georgia fans not cheering. All right, here we go. 2nd and 7 from the 18-yard line. Burrow throws to his left. Oh, almost intercepted. The receiver just bobbled and dropped the ball there. But he almost cost a pick 6 there. I mean, he bobbled it, and then the Georgia player almost got it. Anyway, so it's going to be 3rd and 7 from the 18-yard line. Fromm just does not look good today. All right, here we go. 3rd and 7. Burrow. And he just kind of throws it. I don't even know if that got back to the line of scrimmage, did it? He got hit hard, too. Anyway, so it's going to be 4th and 7. That was a big – I mean, Georgia needed that stand. However, it's still probably going to be a field goal here. It's not a long field goal at all. We'll see what happens. Pitt is marching down the field. I believe the word you're looking for is depressed. All right, here we go. 36-yard field goal attempt for LSU. And the kick is up, and the kick is right down the middle. So that'll put it to 13-0. LSU over Georgia. 11 minutes and 22 seconds left in the second quarter. I mean, listen, there's still a ton of time left in this game. It's far, far from over. It will be over pretty quickly, though, if Georgia's offense can't find a passing game, because they don't have one right now. Let me change the score real quick before I forget. All right. Let's see who else is in here. Go 1330. How you doing, man? Glad to see you in here. Burrow versus Fromm. What a matchup. Well, so far it's the Burrow show. Fromm's not looking too hot. I will say that the both Holyfield and Swift have looked good so far, at least in the first quarter. Fromm not so much. And the LSU offense looks much better than I thought they were going to look so far. If LSU doesn't get that blank beat, I'm done with football. All right, we'll see if your guess is as good as mine. We'll see if Georgia has can put together some sort of offensive drive here. I'd be very, very frustrated if I was a Georgia fan right now with the way that Fromm looks. I know it's not necessarily all his fault, but I mean his passes don't look good. They look slow. They look wobbly. Something's off with him. Deluxe 53 says I was going to go to the game, but I'm in North Carolina right now. All right, here we go. LSU kicks it off. I don't know, kicked it out of bounds or kicked it through the end zone. I think they're going to take over at the 25-yard line there. I think it was a touchback. Oregon and Washington tied at 10. Jaden Leonard says he's at the game. Which game? You're at the LSU Georgia game? All right, here we go. 1st and 10 from 25. Fromm hands it off. Who was that? I didn't even see who it was. It was Swift, and I think he picks up about 2 there. He's 2nd down, and he picked up 3, so 2nd and 7. All right, 2nd and 7 from the 28-yard line. Hands it off to Swift again. Swift, and he picks up about another yard maybe, and he's just got LSU players all over him. So we'll have a 3rd and long situation. Probably, what about 3rd and... Oh, no, not 3rd and long. Sorry, 3rd and 4 is what they're saying. So getting forward progress on that one. Thank you, Jaden Leonard. I appreciate that. All right, 3rd and 4, Georgia, 31-yard line. They need to get a 1st down here, I think. Big time. Just for a mental victory. All right, Fromm back to pass. He's got all day. Throws it deep to the left. And I think you're going to see a flag on this one. But no. Incomplete. I'm not sure that was... I can't believe they didn't call a flag unless they're just deeming that uncatchable. 4th down, Georgia. Bulldog says it looks like they're ready to put Fields in. What makes you come to that realization, sir? Are you seeing Fields warm up on the sideline or something, or? Yeah, Fromm just doesn't look good. Some players throwing some jabs out there on the field. All right, so LSU's got the ball back. 2nd quarter, 9 minutes and 52 seconds left. Yeah, you see, I agree. Fromm needs to come out. I don't think they'll take him out. I'd actually be kind of shocked to see him come in unless we get down to the 4th quarter and it's a do-or-die situation, but I don't know. Sometimes when you can't get things going offensively like this, just having somebody else in there will help at least spark, give them a spark on offense. And Fields can definitely pass better than Fromm, and I think he's he's probably a better runner too. The only question with Fields is, does he know the offense as good as Fromm does? Well, at this point, it doesn't really matter. When you're getting beat already, it doesn't really matter who knows the offense better. You need somebody to put a spark in there. Jaden is saying he's being offered from South Carolina and LSU. I'm going to stay out of this because I don't want to offend anybody, especially you. Oh, we're up to 9:38 now. So thank you, everybody that subscribed. I really appreciate it. If you're new here and you're a college football fan, please hit the subscribe button. And you won't regret it until I say something bad about your team. But until then, you won't regret it. I promise. Looks like Georgia might get shut out. Now, I doubt that. How is Georgia ranked number 2? I'm seeing a lot of these comments. It's only 13-0. So if you're an LSU fan, don't get don't get carried away. 13 points is nothing at this point of the game. Brian Miles, he's been timed out, and he made about 4 other fake accounts and came on here and they got those timed out too. Maybe he probably got tired. I don't know. There's a pretty good chance he might be back though. Ricky Green, good afternoon, says Georgia is overrated. I wouldn't go that far. It's still very early in the game, guys. All right, here we go. 3rd and 9. I was too busy reading you guys. I got off the game here. All right, 3rd and 9 from the 29-yard line, LSU. And somebody called a timeout, I think. Yeah, timeout, Georgia. Yes, definitely too early to be talking. Will Hester, good afternoon, sir. I mean, it's very easy to say Georgia's overrated. They hadn't played anybody. But listen, LSU lost to Florida last week, and Florida had a struggle win against Vanderbilt today. So, I mean, what's the only difference between Georgia and LSU so far this year? LSU has lost a game, Georgia hasn't. So, I mean, if you're going to say Georgia's overrated, what does that make LSU if they beat them? Did they beat an overrated team or did they beat a good team? Because if you're an LSU fan, you want to say you beat a good team, not an overrated one. But it's far from over. Florida is good, says Brian Miles. Okay. All right, here we go. Third and 9. See what LSU can do here from the 29-yard line. Burrow back to pass. He rolls out to the right, and he's going to tuck it and run. Oh, I don't think he got it. I think he's about a foot short there. He's about to get his head knocked off if he'd stepped one more inch. See where they spot it. They're going to say 4th and inches. Yeah, they should punt. There's no reason to go for it here. Let me go back to this comment that I just saw here. Your plug. Who you pick, Bama or Mizzou? I mean, come on, man. Obviously, I'm picking Alabama over Missouri. I'm not picking against Alabama until they lose a game. That's my rule. Dennis Wilson. Dennis Wilson. He says, "What's up, rock, rubber, ramp runner? Go Canes." How you doing, Dennis? My favorite troll. What's going on here? Did they just get a first down? What did I miss? Too busy dealing with Dennis Wilson. First down, LSU. Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow has now had 2 quarterback sneaks for first downs and 1 quarterback sneak for a touchdown. What are you measuring it for? Yeah, first down LSU. Brian Miles says, "Sorry, Pete and other Clemson fans, but y'all's team is overrated." You must have not been watching this channel for very long, have you, sir? There's at least 30 videos on here dedicated to people like you that say stuff like that. Go back and watch them. I'm not gonna bore everybody with all that right now because I'm watching this game. Somebody else want to tell them? Brad Stevens. Why are you so angry, sir? I see, guys. I see. I'm getting baited. Brian Miles. Maybe Brian Miles does know and has been watching my videos because he knows how easily triggered I am. But I'm not going to fall for it today. At least not yet. Maybe after the game when there's nothing going on, I might entertain him. As for now, I'm not going to be triggered. Fruitless one. Who's my pick for this game? Well, I can't. So before the game started, I picked Georgia, so I can't go back against that. I'm not going to run and change my pick 1 quarter into the game. I mean, obviously 13-0. The easy thing to do is say LSU is going to win the game and change my pick. I'm not going to do that. I'll ride with my pick whether I'm right or wrong. So. 10-0 Texas A&M. Pitt is up 14-13. Sorry, back to the game. I got to stop messing with you guys for a second. All right, 8 minutes and 5 seconds left in the first half. We have 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Burrow back to pass, and it's complete for about a 5-yard gain there. It's going to be 3rd, and I say 3. Brian Miles, not sure if Clemson will play a ranked team this year. Well, maybe you haven't looked at the schedule because the next one we play is a top 20 team, sir, next week. 3rd and 3. LSU complete to the right for a first down and more, and he's fighting for more, and he's taken down around the Georgia 45-yard line. 1st and 10, LSU inside Georgia territory. Bobby Durkin's here. May there. How you doing, Bobby? We'll see you, what? 2 weeks from today, sir. We will see you. Or 3 weeks? No, it's 2 weeks. Isn't it? Hell, I don't know. We'll see you in 3 weeks, sir. All right, 2nd and 10. LSU from the 45-yard line. Burrow hands it off, and he runs out to the left. It's a stiff arm and a first down, I think. I mean, he just face planted the Georgia defender. Let's see what happens here. Let's see where they spot this. I think he got the first down. Look at this stiff arm. That's big boy football right there. All right, here we go. 3rd and 1. And he does not get it. Taken down at the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be 4th down. What will they do? What will they do? Bobby says he's posting money to save a bail. Oh, 1st down and more. And he gets all the way inside the red zone again. Big run up the middle on 4th down. LSU is imposing their will on Georgia right now. So there's something's going to have to give here. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Burrow back to pass. Throws it into the end zone on the right. And incomplete. Brad Stevens, I love your videos. I don't know if you're talking to me or Bobby Durkins, but thank you. Even if you're talking to him, thank you for that as well. Can I commentate the Bama game? Isn't the Alabama game on right now? Or is it tonight? All right, here we go. 2nd and 10 from the 20. LSU. Burrow back to pass. He's got all day. There's a flag on the play. He gets taken down. I don't know what that flag was about. Most likely a hold, I'd say. Thank you, and thank you. How is Catfish doing? Catfish is doing a lot better. If you're asking how he's doing physically, you know, from his accident, he's doing a lot better. If you're asking how he's doing because Tennessee actually won a football game today, I'd say he's probably doing very great, and he's probably celebrating right now. Yeah, so that was a holding call against LSU. So we're at 6 minutes and 10 seconds left in the first half here. And for anybody who's just tuning in, thank you for stopping in here. I appreciate it. Hit the like and subscribe button. And LSU has really been dominating both sides of the ball. There's still a low-scoring game, 13-0, but Georgia has not been able to get anything going offensively. Here we go, 3rd and 22. LSU. And Burrow with the quarterback keeper. And he runs and picks up about 9 yards there, I think. So it's going to be another 4th and short. Burrow's helmet comes off. That means he has to come out of the game for a play, doesn't it? So it's going to be 4th and 11, which means I think they'll kick a field goal here. I would if I were them. Can't wait to meet you and Bobby and Prince at the game. Yeah, I can't wait either. We're looking forward to it. It's going to be a fun time. And the kick is good. So, LSU scores again. I'll go ahead and change the score here before I forget. The score is currently 16-0. LSU over Georgia. I gotta say, I did not see this coming. Not the fact that LSU is leading. The fact that there's 0 points on the board for Georgia is a little bit concerning, though. If you're a Georgia fan. And also the fact that Georgia's defense has given up several big plays to LSU, and LSU is not really, let's be honest here, they're not, a dynamic offense or anything. Marco Polo, good afternoon, sir. Good to see you in here. Richard Neal, Natasha Adams, turn up LSU, turn up. What quarter is the game in? It's this Jaleel Johnson. The score and the quarter are posted in the top left-handed corner of the screen there. Second quarter, there's 5 minutes and 9 seconds left in the first half, and Georgia's getting the ball back right now. And the score is 16-0. Yeah, once halftime hits, I'll take a 5-minute intermission. And that'll give everybody time to go watch Lou's halftime rant, which I'm sure he'll do during halftime. Nick Bro says our defense is giving up big plays because they're on the field almost every minute of this game. Yeah. All right, here we go. So you 1st and 10. Handoff is to Holyfield, and he picks up about 6. I mean, 2nd and 4, I think. Who is better, Ohio State or Michigan? Ohio State's better than Michigan. Stop that. All right, 2nd and 5 from the 30-yard line. Oh, Fields is in now. And he hands the ball. And they're taken down for a loss. That did not look good. I'm surprised to see Fields in there. Is he in there? Is he in there, or is he in there for some kind of package play there? Fromm is on the sideline. Fromm is back in. I knew it. Fromm almost gets sacked, keeps the play alive, and then has a wide open Swift and misses him with a short pass. This is why Fromm shouldn't be in there. That was a 30-yard play all day long. If Fromm, I mean, you could give him credit for keeping the play alive. He was almost sacked. But look at Swift. Look at him. There's nobody within 10 yards of him. You've got to hit that play, man. They're going for it on 4th down. No, they're not. They're punting it. And the punt is up. What a terrible punt. Even the punts are terrible. Georgia's not looking good at all. I mean, they're not looking good on offense. They're not looking good on defense. They're not looking good in special teams. They're just not looking good at all right now. They need to make some sort of change at the half. Put Fields in. I'm calling it now. They got to put Fields in. Fromm's not going to win this game for him. Brain sample, corrupt college football. Why do you watch it? I mean, I don't know. I mean, you must be one of those guys that watches football, and as soon as your team loses, you start saying it's corrupt. All right, here we go. 1st and 10, LSU, and incomplete. You can't come to Baton Rouge thinking it's going to be easy. Okay. I don't think anybody said that. Penn State 14-7 over Michigan State. Jaleel Johnson speaking the truth. Ohio State can't beat Clemson. They're 0-3 against them. All right, 2nd and 10 from the 42-yard line. Burrow hands the ball off, and he's taken down for a very short gain, maybe about a yard or two. It's going to be 3rd down. I'll tell you, if you're Georgia right now, it's going to be 3rd and 8. First things first, you need to stop here. You need to get some field position back. You need to stop them on 3rd down and get a punt. Still plenty of time left on the clock. Georgia still has 2 timeouts. They need to get some points on the board, even if it's just a field goal at this point before the half. You don't want to go into the half with a goose egg on the board. All right, here we go. 3rd and 8. Burrow back to pass. And he is taken down for a big loss, about a 5-yard loss there. Georgia needed that big time. And the clock continues to wind down. We're inside 2 minutes and 40 seconds. So looks like by the time this punt is, or by the time LSU calls timeout or whatever, it'll be just about 2 minutes and 15 or 10 seconds left. If they let it run all the way down, we'll see what they're doing here. No, they didn't let it run down. All right, so the punt is up. And it's going to be down by LSU at around the 23-yard line. All right, so big time possession here for Georgia. Obviously, it's only a 16-point game. It's only a two-possession game. I mean, it's far from over. It's still the first half. But for a moral victory, a mental victory, Georgia could gain a lot by at least getting some points on the board on this drive before halftime. All right, here we go. From fumbles the snap, dropped for a loss. Oh, wow. Georgia just looks outmatched right now, and you've got to get a guy that can move. LSU's defensive line is dominating in the trenches against Georgia's offensive line basically the entire first half, and Fromm's not. I mean, no, he's not as mobile as Fields is. All right, here we go. 2nd and 12. Fromm throws a weak, fluttering pass to the right, complete. Still short of the first down. Wow. Washington 17-10 over Oregon. All right, here we go. 3rd and 3 from complete over the middle to Swift. And he gets a first down and more. Swift down to the 46-yard line. 1st and 10, Georgia. I wonder if Lou will make a season is over video for Georgia. No, their season wouldn't be over if they lost this game because they're in the East. Has Fields played this year? Yeah, but he hasn't started. He's played a lot of trash time basically. All right, here we go. 2nd and 5. Inside of a minute left in the first half. From the 48-yard line, from back to pass. He's flushed out and he's running to the right. And I don't know why he did that, but he did. Incomplete. 2nd and 5. 3rd and 5, sorry. Pete, if LSU wins, do an Ed Orgeron celebration video. All right, hold on. 3rd and 5. From back to pass. Almost picked off. 4th down, Georgia. Georgia's offense looks pitiful. You got Gators fans in here wanting LSU to win to make their win look better. I'm not one of these. I don't get into that so much. If Florida, I don't think it matters if you're a Florida fan, right? I mean, Florida controls their own destiny. If they win out and win the East, then what LSU does doesn't mean anything. Same thing with Clemson. If they win out, what Texas A&M does doesn't mean anything, and so on and so forth. So I don't know. I mean, I get it. I get what you're saying, but I don't think it matters. Who have Georgia played? Who have Clemson played? The Duck. Who is better, Clemson or Alabama? I mean, are you? Is it? You want me to say Clemson's better, don't you? That's what you want me to say. What's the score of the UCF game? All right, so that's the end of the first half, guys, and it couldn't come any sooner because I'm about to piss myself. All right, so anybody who's new here who doesn't know how this works, during the halftime, I take about a 5-minute intermission to go get a snack and pee, get a fresh beer, that sort of thing. And I suggest you do the same. However, do not leave the stream. I'll be right back. So you should probably go pee too if you have to. But yes, I'll be back in a short intermission here. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Last time I took 7 minutes, and somebody let me know that. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. I'll be back in approximately 5 minutes. Thank you. Good afternoon. Man, I took like a 3-minute piss, so don't hold it against me if I took longer than 5 minutes, please. James Stewart, good afternoon, sir. Welcome to the stream. I'm sure if you're here, you're amazing and fantastic. Otherwise, you would not be here. He says, "What's the score?" If you're talking about the score of this game, it's on the screen. Yeah. So 14 to 12 must be the Pitt and Notre Dame game. Hold on. I'm assuming all these games are at halftime right now. Let's see here. Yeah. Washington and Oregon. That's the one I really want to know. That game's not at halftime. Let's see what's going on there. Yeah, so my first half synopsis here. Georgia just looks flat. Still, if you're a Georgia fan, you're probably ready to jump off a bridge, and I don't blame you. But don't jump off a bridge quite yet. It's still, only a 2-score game. But I would say it's time to make a change at quarterback, if for nothing else, to get a spark in that team. So let me see what you guys think. Who thinks that Justin Fields will trot back out on the field in the second half there? I don't think he will. And the only reason I say that is because I don't, from what I've seen so far this year, that Kirby Smart doesn't look like that he wants to play Fields. I'm seeing people say that they do think he will. Okay. Renee Arias, good afternoon. So a lot of you do think he will. Oh, I think he needs to. So I agree with you there. I just don't think he will. I'd like to see him play. As somebody who's objective and has no dog in the fight or who cares, I'd like to see Fields come out. I'd like to see him play. Tiger Nate, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. Marco Polo says, I think they will start Fields and then lose by more points. Mrs. Peete has some popcorn here. She's got her popcorn ready. Pretzels. Who thinks Washington will beat Oregon? I picked Oregon in an upset in that one. You've never felt so welcome in a chat. Well, you've been visiting the wrong chats then. Everybody's welcome here. So hit the like and subscribe button. I try to interact as much as I possibly can with the people in the chat. I would like to see Notre Dame lose. No. Thank you. Uh-oh, Falcons Fury's in the house. He's talking about ham sandwiches again. Oh, that game is tied. Oregon and Washington. The Pac-12 is so boring to watch. In general, I'd say that the Pac-12 isn't very good top to bottom. But I really like the quarterback for Oregon. Before the season started, I thought that Oregon was going to be very underwhelming. Last year they won 7 games, of course, with Willie Taggart. The year before that they won like 3 games. but I think they're easily, if not the best, very close second best in the Pac-12. Justin Herbert is an NFL quarterback. I think he's better than Marcus Mariota overall. Pete, thoughts on Florida's comeback win over Vandy? I watched almost that entire game. I watched it all the way up till I came on the air. Good because we won a trap game. Bad because we're down to a bad team. Yeah. You said it right. As far as what I thought about it, I thought that Vanderbilt for the first 3 quarters basically outplayed Florida. But obviously Florida's a better team than Vanderbilt. What's up, the Toxic Mixer RBX? How you doing, sir? Good afternoon. Yeah, we got a big game next week against NC State. NC State's currently ranked number 20 in the meaningless AP poll, but they are undefeated. They lost a game because of the hurricane. They